What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Rivaldo's base card. We've held on to him for actually a little bit of time. Not really taking too much in. He's kind of been on the squad battles, really, just to kind of get used to him to start with. But I'm interested with him. He's 470k at this moment in time on Xbox, 480 on PlayStation, and 550 on PC. I think I bought him at 460, so it's going to be quite interesting. The one thing that I think Rivaldo always lacked, and I think will always lack in general until they change it, if they ever did, is the 2-star weak foot. That for me is just not gonna be too good in this game, and that is predominantly why I've kind of gone with him now, because I feel like his price will drop very quickly, and I want to just get him out and see what he is, see if he can do it. Obviously we've got a few players with very low weak foot. We saw Sane do it, and with the left foot you can obviously have a very good left foot, but when it comes to the using both, just isn't happening. In terms of his traits, we've got flair, and that's about it. And then in terms of his stats, obviously we've gone with the hunter, which gives him 96 pace, 94 shooting. It turns into an 89 rated striker or an 88 cam, which is always very nice. Some good short pass, long pass is definitely not terrible, and then everything else in the passing is pretty much average. Dribbling wise, balance is a little bit low, but everything else looks absolutely solid. Obviously ball control being 90, which is nice. Good stamina, head accuracy is about average, being 6'1", I can imagine, and then obviously 79 strength. Again, he's up there, but kind of average again. So let's jump into Rivaldo, see what this man can do. Into Rivaldo now, picking it up very early on. We are gonna kind of notice that he is literally just 1 foot. We're gonna have to get this ball away, as McKennie is on him like an absolute rash. Finding Foden, who's also left-footed as well, sitting on that nice side there. Good little turn. He's just turning the opponent like nothing, and eventually his pace is going to be far greater than obviously Rivaldo. Bang! Oh, offside. Rivaldo, it seems as well, I've noticed this with Rivaldo, he's got almost like a bullet shot. Whenever finessing it, it doesn't seem like it's kind of looping. It feels more like it's like a good punch hit. Rivaldo storming forward, probably playing him a little bit too deep in this role, so I may have to change it at half time, try and figure out, just kind of push him maybe up a little bit more, just to see what he can do, kind of a bit more kind of starting at the third quarter, rather than like really pushing back and trying to defend almost. As we say that, he does pick up the ball and loses it straight away. Lovely dribbling from Rivaldo. Couple of what's it? Big ball over to Rivaldo. Is going to pick it up on the wing this time. Little flick over. Strength is the issue there. I think that's where he's really lacking. I think Rivaldo pushed in. Longlet looking like he doesn't know what he's doing. It's a great turn. Oh, and Lenglet's going to really push it, and that's kind of the level there, really. If 82 Lenglet is keeping up with a Rivaldo, for me, I think that speaks volumes, really. And not even kind of just even keeping up, but almost dominating him after really turning him. Looking for that Rivaldo carry. He's going to try and run through. Foden's going to pick it up off him. There it is, finds it back into him, goes for the finesse, and Lloris with a fantastic save. We knock it back in, and Aubameyang's just going to miss out on that opportunity. Back into Rivaldo, goes for the double turn, and Amavi's going to take it, nearly take it back off him. It's a completely different game with him, feels a hell of a lot quicker, which is always fantastic. Rivaldo finding it, Kimpembe's chasing. Lovely. Whip the ball in. Oh, that's stunning. Went for the fancy, and unfortunately it didn't pay off nicely. Big ball. And that is the problem. The right foot is nothing. I literally think I could do better in terms of a right foot there. That was atrocious. But it's kind of a little working point there. With obviously Rivaldo, you know that's going to be him. You need to potentially go for a left-footed shot instead. Roy Costa, lovely, finds in a bit of Rivaldo. Oh my God, he's going for that left chip. Probably should have went for more of a standard shot, but I thought that would have been a perfect opportunity to redeem himself with something fantastic. Rui Costa laying him in pretty much effortlessly there. We can't do any more than that, really. See a bit of Rivaldo. Oh, and a keeper comes out nicely. Good ball in from Rivaldo into Rui Costa. Goes for the weak foot. Gonna be picking it up with De Bruyne. He's gonna get flattened. Was hoping for a free kick there, as I feel like somebody's bound to be good at free kicks. Over the top into Rivaldo. Gets the touch. Fakes round him. Goes for the finesse into Gea with a cracking save. Rivaldo. Oh, it's just a bit too heavy. Rivaldo buries it, thank Christ. So going into the overall for big boy Rivaldo then. So he's coming in at about 470, 472 give or take. To be honest, I probably wouldn't even give him the time of day. He's nice and he's got some good stats in obviously the different kind of positions that you can put him in. He does play well, but I just think he's lacking. He really is lacking for nearly 500,000 coins. I just can't see it. Obviously, his centre forward mid looks not terrible. I think Rivaldo for me becomes alive more as kind of like the prime, mainly the prime moment, because we've already then got the stats that are very, very nice. I think base and mid are just not the ones for me, unfortunately. He is obviously a good left-footed player. The 2-star weak foot is big enough, I'd say, in this point of the game to really kind of deter you from this card. He does score goals, and obviously if you get the right opportunity with the right opponents, he is going to bag a lot of goals, especially with whacking that Hunter on him. 96 and 94 most definitely is a striker sort of card, but I do like a card that is a bit more versatile with this. Obviously, I play one striker up front, and I think his strength wasn't enough. He just naturally was losing the ball quite a lot. And being a taller player, 6'1", does act a little bit bulkier at times. That is probably more connection, if anything, as well on top of that. But for me, I think he was an overall average icon for 500k, but not a bad icon for the position, if you know what I mean. If he dropped down to say 300, I'd be then saying that maybe you can kind of sacrifice, very much like his counterpart that we was using as well in Rui Costa. You're only paying 300k for him, give or take, so you kind of you have to expect that you're not necessarily getting the best icon. If you're not spending 500 plus, a mil plus, you know the sort of level of icon you're getting. But when you're paying almost 500k, I think you'd expect someone half decent, someone who's going to actually perform a little bit for you. I could go buy Messi for pretty much 200k more. That for me is the kind of level that we're looking at with this, but unfortunately it wasn't quite there for me today. We will be trying out his mid again later on in the game. 700k it's just shy of, so that one's going to be a little bit more of a tricky one to find, that we don't lose too much tax. If you did enjoy the review, make sure you like and subscribe. Overall for Rivaldo, I'm going to give him a solid 6.5 out of 10. Let me know your opinions, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.